Hey everyone, and welcome to the VGA podcast, where we talk all about video games, movies, TV shows, basically whatever we've been playing and watching. My name is Caleb, and the other half of the VGA podcast is Alex. Welcome, Alex, with your brand new microphone.
Yeah, hopefully I sound a little better.
Yep, you do. Very nice. Today we're going to be talking about Godzilla. So, Monarch Legacy of Monsters just came out. The first 2 episodes are out now. So we're going to be doing a pop quiz about Godzilla, and I have some different monster roars from the Godzilla universe that you're going to have to guess. And I have a list of them to guess from to help out a little bit. And then we're also going to talk about the 2 episodes of Monarch Legacy of Monsters. And then also we'll talk about the 3rd episode of Invincible Season 2. And then we'll just kind of have an open discussion of whatever else we've been doing this week. So, you ready?
Sweet.
You ready for to get into the nerd pop quiz?
I am. Let's see how much Godzilla stuff I know. Looking at that list and seeing the monsters, I forgot how many cool monsters there are.
Yeah, there are some cool ones. I did more recent stuff for the Nerd Pop quiz, just because I feel like, I don't know how much of the older Godzillas you watched. I didn't watch consistently all of them, you know, I may have seen some here and
I didn't
there,
watch much either.
Yeah, so it'll be more of the newer stuff.
Okay,
and let me just get this going. So, Nerd Pop quiz, Godzilla edition. And same as always, you get 2 points. If you get it without the multiple choice. If you need the multiple choice, you get 1 point if you get it correct.
Okay.
So, first question. What is the name of the company that primarily makes the Godzilla movies?
that's a good question.
They're like the ones who originally made it, and like the newer ones might be made by like Paramount or something, but like they have to get the licenses from this company.
Oh man! So it's a Japanese company, right?
It is, yes.
I know it starts with a T. Give me the multiple choice. I feel like I'll know it.
Okay, is it Toho, Toei, Mappa, or UFO Table?
Toho, I believe.
Final answer?
Yes.
Yep, it is Toho. All right.
Yeah.
Got that one. You just needed to see it. You knew something with the T, so that narrowed it down a little bit.
And with that new Godzilla, the -1, didn't the Toho logo pop up in the trailer? Or am I tripping?
I think so.
Okay.
I think I remember seeing that.
Yeah, I think that's where like my brain was thinking of. That's why I thought of
yeah,
T.
it is produced by Toho, so yep.
Cool.
Okay, second question. What is Godzilla's name in Japanese?
Kaiju? I don't know. Like, multiple choice.
Okay.
Kaiju.
Is its name Godzilla, Gojira, Gorira, or Kujira?
I'm gonna say, isn't it just Godzilla? Or no? We're tripping.
Is that your final answer?
I feel like it's either A or B, but I'm gonna go with A. Final answer.
Ooh, it is B, Gojira.
Oh.
Yep. I believe it's a combination of the Japanese word for, I think, gorilla and whale, if I remember correctly.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting choices.
Gorilla and whale.
I think it just sounded cool. Like they liked the sound of it, so they went with that.
I was gonna say, isn't it more like a lizard?
Yeah. Yep. In the 2014 movie Godzilla, what is the name that Monarch gives to the primary antagonist monsters?
I remember this one. They're Mutos, right? Mutos.
Yep,
Final answer.
they are Mutos.
Mutos. There you go. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, and the show says it a few times, so When I saw that, I was like, yeah,
Mhm.
that's going to help with that question.
Yeah.
Now, to the follow up to that. What does MUTO stand for?
Ooh. Didn't they say that in the show too, or no?
They do, yeah.
Yeah, it was something unidentified terrestrial organism. I have no clue what the M stands for, though. Okay, give me a multiple choice. I don't
Okay.
know what the M stands for.
These were fun to come up with. They took a little bit to come up with these. So, is it monumental, unobserved titanic organism, monster of undiscovered type and origin, massive unidentified terrestrial organism, or modern unknown Titan observer?
Oh, did you come up with all those yourself?
Yep, I
Or not
did.
all of them, but
Well,
three of
yeah,
them?
besides the actual one, yeah, I came up with the rest of them.
Well, I believe it's C, massive unidentified
It,
terrestrial organism.
it
Yep.
is C. Yep. I'm pretty proud of this one, monster of undiscovered type and origin. I thought that was pretty good.
That is good, actually.
uh, but yeah, nicely done. Okay, where was the first place Godzilla emerged to fight a Muto? This is going back to 2014.
Yeah, wasn't it in Tokyo or Japan? Right? Final answer?
It is not Japan.
No? Oh
So
man, where was it?
here's
I'm gonna
the
need multiple choice. Yeah,
multiple choice. So obviously not Japan, like I just said. So is it San Francisco, Las Vegas, or Hawaii?
I think it's Hawaii. D.
It is Hawaii. Yep.
Yep, I remember that. San Francisco was the last fight. Yeah, but
Yep.
dang it.
Yeah. Hey, Japan's a good guess. Like most of the time, Godzilla's going to be fighting in Japan.
Yeah, and I felt like the first. I don't know why. But now I remember now seeing Hawaii. Now that I see it, like
Yep.
like the water and stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so throughout the movie, or later on in the movie, a second wingless Muto hatches in and attacks what city?
Isn't it? Isn't it like Isn't it like Albuquerque, New Mexico, or something? Final answer.
It's not Albuquerque. That's a pretty good guess, though. So I'll bring up the multiple
Oh,
choice. Is it Las
okay.
Vegas, San Francisco, New York, or Los Angeles?
Is it? Oh, is it Las Vegas? Las Vegas.
It is Las Vegas. I think that's
Yeah.
why you were thinking like the
Yeah.
deserty
Like,
area kind of thing.
yeah.
Because yeah, you just see it like this is a tough one because you really only see it on like TV screens, or they. I think they show a little bit of it, but
Mhm.
it's not a big like
Yeah,
point
I
in the
think they show
movie. It's
most of it like in a desert spot, don't they? Like
yeah,
you said.
but then you
Yeah.
see some on the TV of it destroying Vegas.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, one of the best quotes in this movie, according to Sarazawa, what is the arrogance of man?
What is the arrogance of man?
So he says the arrogance of man is blank.
The arrogance of man is. Oh, think, Alex. Think. Oh, I remember this being a good line too.
Mm-hmm.
The arrogance of man is. I'm gonna need a multiple choice.
Yeah, this one is a tough one. So, okay, is the arrogance of man thinking we can learn from our mistakes, thinking we are stronger than nature, thinking nature is in our control, or thinking we know the meaning of life?
I think it's thinking nature is in our control. C.
That is correct. Yep. The arrogance of man is thinking nature is in our control. That's a His delivery on that is so good.
Yeah, I really like that line and that. I like that movie actually in general.
Yeah, I like that movie a lot. Godzilla kills the male Muto by slamming it into a building. How does he kill the female Muto?
Is it with his atomic breath? Final answer.
Yep, forcing atomic breath down her throat.
Yeah,
That is correct.
yeah, that was
Such a
awesome.
great
I
moment.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, slamming her into the same building as her mate.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal too. All these are pretty brutal. Which monster is the protector of Earth and is friends with two fairies? Now, this wasn't in the movie, the fairy part, but like most of this monster's lore has fairies in it.
Mhm. Isn't it? Is it not Godzilla?
It is not Godzilla.
Oh, I'm gonna need multiple choice.
Is it Scylla, Mothra, Bajira, or Rodin?
Mothra B.
It is Mothra, yes.
No, no.
Yeah, I didn't know that she's considered the protector of Earth and also has two fairies that like speak for her.
I had no clue about both either.
Yep.
Because Mothra was in the second Godzilla movie,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
What is the name of the pterodactyl-like kaiju that was hatched in Mexico in the 2019 movie Godzilla King of the Monsters?
Hmm. Hmm. Give me the multiple choice.
Okay. Is this Rodin, Ghidorah, Dagon, or Scylla?
Man,
Yeah, and there were a
is
lot
it?
of monsters in that movie, and they weren't shown for that long, so this one's kind of a tough one.
Mhm. Is it? Oh, is it Ghidorah? I think that's wrong, but Ghidorah B.
It is
I'm
not
hoping.
Ghidorah. It is
Is it
Rodin.
A? Ah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say that.
yeah. Ghidorah is the three-headed, like
The
dragon-looking
the
one.
dragon thing. Yep.
Yeah,
Ah, I knew it.
yep.
Dang it.
Yeah,
You know, with my
that's a
gut.
tough one. Also in Godzilla King of the Monsters, what creature is called Monster Zero?
Ooh, Monster Zero. Is that Ghidorah? Final
Final.
answer?
It is King Ghidorah,
Okay.
yes.
King Ghidorah, yep.
Yep. The alpha until Godzilla shows up.
I remember
Spoiler alert.
like people are so excited when Ghidorah was gonna be in the movie.
Yeah, it was quite a spectacle. They made Ghidorah look pretty cool.
You know, I gotta admit, I don't remember much about the second Godzilla movie.
Yeah, I watched it
Like
more
I didn't rewatch
recently.
it as much.
Yeah,
So you did?
I only saw it once. I think I watched it before Godzilla versus Kong was the first time I watched it, so
Okay.
it's a little more recent.
That's right, yeah. So they have Godzilla and then Godzilla King of Monsters and the Kong Skull Island movie
Yep.
and then Godzilla versus Kong.
Yep.
Okay. And now the show. Okay.
Yep. Speaking of Godzilla versus Kong, in Godzilla versus Kong, what is the name of the podcast made by Bernie Hayes? I can show you a picture of Bernie Hayes if you want to know who the character
Sure.
is. So this guy here on the right is Bernie Hayes,
Oh,
that character.
I thought I remember him. Give me the multiple choice. I'm gonna need multiple choice. I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah. So is his podcast called Monarch Mayhem, Podzilla, Titan Truth Podcast, or Godzilla Destroy All Podcasts?
Those are all great names, but
Yep.
oh man, I
This
really
was
like the
also,
Godzilla.
yeah, this was also, I did take I think this is actually a real podcast. I think I made up the other two if I remember correctly, but Like,
All right, I think it's. I'm gonna go Titan Truth Podcast. C. Yeah.
very
Okay.
nice. Yeah. I guess I gave away that this one wasn't the
Well,
answer, but you got it anyways. You got
I wouldn't have guessed so, but I really like the Podzilla one. To be
it.
honest.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. When Godzilla first fights Kong, Kong is being transferred to where in order to access Hollow Earth? So this is
Ooh,
also in Godzilla vs. Kong.
he's being transferred. Oh man, where was it? I can't remember. Give me the multiple choice.
Okay, was he
Man,
being transferred to
I
Florida, Hong Kong, Greenland, or Antarctica?
feel like it was Hong Kong B.
I know why you think it's Hong Kong, because that's where Godzilla first shows up in one of the movies. I think it's Godzilla vs. Kong, but
Oh,
Kong is actually being
yeah.
transferred to Antarctica. Yep.
Okay, I'm getting. Oh, okay. I'm remembering the scenes now. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Hmm, it's all coming back.
Okay, the neural networks in whose skull is being used to help control Mechagodzilla?
Mm, the bad guy. Give me
So
multiple choice.
yeah, so they use it's one of the monsters. So one of the monsters' skulls is being used as like a neural network to
Oh, yeah.
control
Okay.
Mechagodzilla.
Well, I'll still need
Yeah,
the
yeah.
multiple choice.
So is it Rodin, Majira, King Ghidorah, or Muto Prime?
Is it Rodin A?
It is not Rodin. They actually use King Ghidorah's skull.
Oh, really? I don't
Yeah.
remember that. Okay.
Yep, it's like a big contraption in the skull.
Oh, okay. Man, I need to rewatch it.
And then last question, who is actually controlling Mechagodzilla?
Um,
And you can't just say the bad guy.
that's a great question, Caleb. Multiple choice me.
Okay, is it Madison Russell, Ren Sarazawa, Admiral Wilcox, or Mark Russell?
See, Admiral Wilcox? I don't know this one.
It is not. It is actually Ren
Oh,
Sarazawa. So you remember the
okay.
quote, the nature's our in our control quote? It's his
Uh-huh.
son that's controlling it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, man, I need to rewatch it.
Yeah. I put in a lot of like God King of the Monsters ones and so
Yeah.
but yep, that's it. Okay. So you got 14 points. As long as I
14. Okay.
didn't miss any, but yeah, I think that's correct. So yeah, not
Okay.
bad. Like
I mean, I wasn't expecting much with 'cause I haven't, I'm not an expert on Godzilla.
yeah, yeah. No, I thought you did pretty good.
Okay. That was interesting. Maybe every time we do these, it makes you want to watch whatever we're
Yeah.
on.
Yep. Okay, so now we are going to do Guess the Monster Cry, Godzilla edition.
Yes. Okay.
So I put in some monster roars. I also sent you this. I don't know if you can see it, but you should have it.
Yeah.
So these are the options for the Guess the Music quiz, and I gave Alex some links to the like IMDb or Wikipedia so he can see what they look like to try and help, and also narrow down out of all the monsters which ones are options because I feel like this one's going to be a little tough. But so these are all. There's 20 of them, and there's only 10 options. So there's some in here that won't be correct answers to any of them, but they'll at least give you something to look through to try and figure out which
Yeah.
monster cry it is.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so let's listen to the first one. Whose roar or monster cry is this?
I think that's Godzilla, right? I just don't know which Godzilla. Is it Godzilla?
It is Godzilla. Yep.
I'm gonna say, is that the wimpy 1998 Godzilla?
It is not the wimpy 1998 Godzilla. But I
Is
think,
it the 1954 one then?
yep, it's the old one.
Okay.
That is the 1954 Godzilla. I'll give that one to you though, because you were able to
I knew
identify
it
that
wasn't
was.
the newest one because
Yeah.
I recognize the newest one.
Yep.
Or
Yeah.
the newest one for the Americanized
the
one.
2014, 2019 one. Yep.
Yeah.
The Monsterverse, I think Godzilla is what it's called.
The Monsterverse one, yeah.
Okay, second one. Whose roar is this?
Ooh, can you play that again?
Yep.
Is that King Kong?
Very nice. That is King Kong. Yep.
Oh, that was a great movie too.
I don't know if you know what? Making this, I'm like, I don't know if I saw that one, actually.
You never saw Kong Skull Island?
I don't know. I might have and just forgot
it has Loki in it.
No, I don't think I did then.
Tom Hiddleston.
I need to.
Oh man, dude. If you I would say Kong Skull Island is probably my favorite one besides the first Godzilla one.
Wow, okay.
Like you need to watch it. This one's a fun movie. You should watch this one.
Yeah, I definitely should, especially watching Monarch. Like when it showed that the like flashback scene, I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is from Kong Skull Island, or at least the character is. So I need to.
This was a good one. You got to watch it. This one's fun. Like this one's more fun than the Godzilla one.
Okay. Yep.
And the action's cool, and Kong's awesome, and watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Yeah, this week. For the next episode, I'll be able to be like, oh, I recognize some things from Skull Island.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay, next roar.
Is that a Muto?
It is not a Muto. That's a good guess, but I'll give you a hint. I don't know how much this will help, but this was from the 2019 Godzilla King of the Monsters movie. Which I mean has like most of the monsters, so I guess it's not really that much of a hint. But
is it Rodin?
Oh, nice. Good guess. Yeah, it is Rodin.
I knew it sounded more like pterodactyl, like that with the end of it. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right. Good job. Okay, next up.
I think that's a Muto, right?
That is a Muto. Yep. Yep.
That's the Muto. They have like this, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the synthesizer. I don't know. It sounds like a kind of electrical.
Yeah. Synthesized. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great sound design.
They're a cool monster.
Yeah, I thought so too. Okay, very nice. I think you've gotten them all right so far.
So far.
We'll see if it gets harder. Here's the next one. I'll play that again.
Is interesting. Let me see. Let me look at my list.
Yep.
Is this Hellhawk?
It is not Hellhawk. I'll give you one more guess.
Okay.
See if you can narrow it down.
See if I recognize
I'll play
these.
it one more time.
Okay. Hey, I recognize some of these mantle claws from the show. I don't know. Mothra?
It is not Mothra. That's a pretty good guess.
Oh
but
man, what is
this
it?
is Scylla. This is a tough one because it's in the 2019 King of the Monsters, where it's like, oh, all the monsters are waking up, and then it just like jump cuts to like all of them in a row, like for 5 seconds each.
For a few seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man. Okay.
Okay. Next up. Would you like to hear it again, or do you have an idea?
Is that Godzilla 2014?
It is Godzilla. It's not 2014,
Or that version of Godzilla?
it's
Because it's when Godzilla's losing, isn't it?
It's the 1998. Yeah, but I'll give it to you.
Really?
You got that. It's
the
Godzilla.
dinosaur-looking one.
Yeah, the one that's not Godzilla at all.
I know. I think like they literally retconned it to where it's not Godzilla.
They should.
Like, I literally don't think he's considered Godzilla in like the lore and everything. I'm not joking.
No, I believe it. Like it was not. So, but yep.
Oh man.
Okay.
I know it sounded wimpier. I was gonna say, is it the newer Godzilla when he's getting injured?
Same thing, right? Yeah. That's funny. Okay, next up.
Literally a T-Rex.
Yeah, looking back at this, I'm like, man, what did they do? Because I watched this when I was younger and didn't really know much about Godzilla. But yeah, this just looks wrong.
Yeah, and then like I rewatched this movie a few years ago, after the newer movies.
Yeah.
Just to kind of like because I watched it growing up too, and I didn't think anything of it. But man, this is not a Godzilla movie, man. This movie's awful.
Yeah. All right. Next one. You got some music in there too, if that helps. But at the end was the roar.
Is that Mechagodzilla?
That is Mechagodzilla. Yes, sir. Very nice.
I thought that was a pretty cool fight.
Yeah. It was definitely entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very nice. You got 6 points so far.
Okay.
Here's the next one. Quick one.
I think that's Mothra. No?
Very nice.
Okay,
yes. I pulled it from the 1996 because it had cleaner audio. The other had a bunch of other stuff. But it sounds basically the same. So, yeah, that would make sense why you recognized it.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm like, that definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone was super excited Mothra was going to be in the newer one, too.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mothra was like a good guy. Well, obviously, I learned that from the last
Earth's protector, yeah.
question.
Yep. Yeah, and the Mothra scenes were pretty like visually awesome in 2019.
Yeah, they were.
They were like beautiful. Okay, we got 2 more. Second to last one. Very interesting roar. Play it again while you look at your list.
That is interesting. Let me see. Is that the Hollow Earth Lizard?
It is not the Hollow Earth Lizard. Give you one more chance. You get 2 chances on all these because
it's
not that easy.
Oh man, that's That was interesting. I don't know if this one's it, but is it Siren Jaw? I think his name is.
That's a good guess. I could see that making this noise. This is actually King
Mhm.
Ghidorah, the
Oh,
alpha
really?
cry. Yep, where it wakes up all the
I was
other
gonna,
ones.
I was gonna guess that because we haven't used him yet, but I'm like, I don't know if that sounds like him.
Yeah, you can hear
Interesting.
at the beginning the like different heads, I think. They're like snarling at each other.
Yeah, right there.
But
Yeah.
it's really hard to tell when when you don't know and you're just getting the audio. So,
Uh
yep.
huh.
Okay, last one.
Oh yeah, I know. This is Godzilla 2014. That's
Yeah.
when he mucks out the Muto.
Yeah, I had to put the atomic breath sound in. It's so good.
That sounded. And when we watched that in theaters, man, oh my
Yeah,
god,
that was such a cool moment.
just the sound of the.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
I figured I did the roars on the other two. I could put in the atomic breath, and I knew you would recognize it because it's just so cool.
Oh yeah, it is so cool. Oh, you know what? Like, what I love about this Godzilla 2014 is a lot of people say the human characters are boring, and yeah, they kind of are. But man, Gareth Edwards, the guy who directed it, like the atmosphere wasn't the atmosphere just insane in that movie? Like at the end of San Francisco and the
even like all throughout the movie where you're like ground level with the people and then looking up at the giant monsters, like it was just very it was very visually striking and seeing it from that point of view. And yeah, there were so many cool shots in that movie. The atmosphere was great.
That scene where the human character was like jumping out of that plane doing that halo jump or whatever.
Oh yeah, seeing that in theaters was awesome. Yeah. I forgot about that scene.
Such a good scene.
Yep. Okay, well, you got 8 out of 10. Very nicely done.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, you did better on that than I expected.
List, there's so many cool little Godzilla monsters that I want to see.
Yeah, I know. Like Quetzalcoatl, Methuselah. Behemoth, I think, was in 2019, or like at least mentioned. There's a couple that were like Behemoth, Methuselah. Maybe that's.
Oh yeah, Methuselah. Yeah, but not for like long though. That's the
no,
thing.
They might only even be mentioned. I don't know if you even see them. I think you just like see the names on a screen.
Like this Tiamat one, Tiamat, whatever.
Yeah,
looks interesting. Is that like a fish monster?
Yeah, it looks like it. Giant serpentine kaiju. Yep.
Giant serpent.
Yeah, and some of these are from the like graphic novels or something. What is Godzilla Dominion? Comic, yep, graphic novel.
Oh, okay.
So they might be showing up at some point.
We haven't seen Warbat in the movie, have we? I don't think we've seen. Well, at least in the MonsterVerse ones.
The Warbat, that might be. That's one of the creatures in Hollow Earth in Godzilla vs. Kong.
Oh, okay.
It's the flying like serpent thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, very nicely done. Good job. When I made this, I was like, I don't know, like, how are you gonna get Scylla or like, Rodin? I don't remember their cries specifically, but I think the list helped.
Having the list and seeing it, you can kind of like see, like, okay, this is kind of sounds like a flying creature. It sounds like a aquatic creature. I don't know.
Yep. Cool. I'm glad that worked out.
Man, I didn't realize like the Godzilla universe has like. I mean, I guess I did realize, but man, they really do have cool like monsters.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of wish in King of the Monsters we got a little more time with some of them. Like, there, Scylla, Rodin. I guess Rodin did have a scene where he was like flying after the helicopter, so he had a little bit more screen time. But like Scylla, Behemoth.
I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah,
it's like I think that was my problem with the King of Monsters. Is it was cool, but like it was almost too much.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. It was like an Avengers movie of monsters.
Yeah, and like I like the more focus, like with the Mutos and Godzilla in the first one, and even Godzilla versus Kong, Godzilla Kong. I mean, you do have the
Yeah.
monsters in the Hollow Earth,
Yeah.
and you do have Mecha Godzilla. But we knew like that Godzilla and Kong were gonna fight Mecha Godzilla, like or fight some other monster. Like they're
Yeah,
not
they'd
gonna.
have to team up. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, but maybe we'll see mention of these in the show. Who knows? Maybe there'll be flashbacks
Yeah,
to like
that's
different
true.
versions
Maybe
of Scylla, like or something.
we'll see.
Yeah.
I know I'm excited to talk about the show. I'm curious to see what you thought of it.
Yeah, let's you want to get into that now? Do you want to do
Sure.
Monarch or Invincible first?
Let's stick with the Godzilla theme first.
Yeah. Okay, so Monarch Legacy of Monsters, the first 2 episodes came out. So do you want to talk about, did they came out at the same time, right? Or did they not?
Yeah, they released the first 2.
Yeah.
Yep, at the same time. Yep.
Do you want to talk about them together or do them separately?
We could do them separately because I have different opinions on both.
Okay. All right, so episode 1. Do you want to go or do you want me to?
I'll go first on this one, I guess.
Okay.
I liked it. I liked it a lot, actually. It was definitely like a slow burn setup episode. Like you could tell it was definitely a setup episode.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing crazy happening. Like overall, I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10, like above average. Like I liked it. I didn't necessarily love it, but I liked it.
Okay.
But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts before spoilers. Like I have on this episode.
Yeah, I think I like this even more than you did. Like I'm giving it an 8.
Ooh, okay.
What I guess we'll get more into exactly why, but I thought it was basically my thoughts were I didn't know I wanted this, but now that like a Godzilla show but focused on the human characters in the Godzilla world, like I didn't know how much I wanted that until I saw this episode, and then I was like, yes, I definitely want this kind of show. So
true.
So
like,
I liked it a lot.
That's true. That's true. If you want, like, in a sense of like we're focusing mostly on the human characters.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I mean, for the movies, you care less about them, but this show is making them interesting. There's a sense of mystery. It's almost like it almost feels like a freaking Uncharted game mixed with monsters. Like I don't know, the treasure hunting kind of feel to it.
Yeah, and like in the movies, there's just not enough time. Like you have to focus on Godzilla for a majority of the movie. Like there's not a whole lot of time to establish the characters and really get to know them. But like in a TV show, that's different. You have plenty of time to get to know the characters and see them like grow or learn about their stories. So I think.
So how do you feel about the main characters in the first episode? So the main girl, don't remember her name.
Kate, I think. But let's. So you want to get into spoilers? Let's talk spoilers.
Yeah, we can get into spoilers.
So if you haven't seen it, go watch it and then come back. And
or should we see our thoughts for episode 2 first, and then do spoilers for both?
Yeah, I guess we could give our score for episode 2.
Just so people don't have to pause, go back.
Yeah. So I'll go first on 2.
Okay.
I thought it was. I liked it a lot. I think I'll give it a 7. But we'll talk about exactly why. I don't know if I have that good of a reason why, but I do have a reason, so we'll talk about that. But yeah, I thought it was solid. But I liked the first episode a little bit more.
Okay, interesting. See, I'm actually the opposite.
Okay.
I would give episode 2 an 8.
Okay.
Out of 10. I liked this one more. I thought it was more of it found its footing. It was a little more fun in the sense of I feel like things were starting to progress. And I liked the past,
Yeah.
Where how they flash back to the past. I like that more in this episode personally than
Okay.
the first episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, besides getting spoilers, yeah, I enjoyed the second one more.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
But yeah, let's go into spoilers.
Spoiler alert. Leave now if you haven't seen it, or I guess if you don't care, you can stay. Okay.
So episode 1.
Yep.
So what we're talking about the main characters, right? So how do you feel about Kate? Or if that's her name?
I'm kind of split on Kate. Like, I like what they're doing with her PTSD stuff, and I think they portray that really well, like coming into contact basically with Godzilla and seeing the destruction. I think that's really well, but she just like gets annoyed and walks away a lot, which I guess could be kind of PTSD like, but I'm hoping she warms up a little bit in future episodes.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Well, at the same time, her dad just died or went missing or whatever. And then she just found out, like, he had a whole nother life.
There are definitely reasons she's upset, and that's understandable.
On top of the PTSD.
Yeah, true.
But I get what you're saying. As a character, it is a little annoying because it's like, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then what's the half brother's name?
I remembered it, and then I can't.
It's his name is Kentaro, I think.
Kentaro, yeah.
What'd you think of him in a sense? I know there wasn't a lot for him in the first episode.
I didn't have an issue with him. I'm interested to see. Like, I don't have as strong of feelings about him as I do about Kate.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see their dynamic for sure, because like both of them have kind of been wronged by their father. So
I know, which is interesting because it's like, they're half siblings, but like I think he had a line where like he was mad, right? Because he's like, oh, I just found out my dad cheated, and then he said, well, on our end, we just found out that he cheated like with your mom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's definitely an awkward situation.
Yeah. So I found it interesting. Like, so like the way these episodes are split is, half of it is like the now,
in the past,
after the movies, and then half of it is in the past. And for me, it's so weird. So in the first episode, I liked the present day stuff more. And then in the second episode, I liked the past stuff more.
Okay.
So it's just kind of interesting. I guess that's we haven't talked about. So like the present, right? And she goes to where'd she go? To Japan?
Yeah, to Tokyo.
To Tokyo, finds out to get her figure out what these keys were for, to find out what stuff was for her dad, because her dad went missing.
Yep.
Did he die or just go missing? He just went missing, right? We don't know if he's dead.
Yeah, we don't know for sure. They're assuming he's dead, but they're not. His plane just like went missing. So
yeah. So she gets there, finds the half brother and mom, gets mad, plots for a lot of the episode, PTSD.
Yeah.
One scene that was cool was that was like kind of was interesting was when the sirens went off for the Godzilla thing.
I love that.
Underground.
Was that was in the first episode, right?
Yeah, that was the first episode. Yep. It kind of showed like it's really interesting seeing like a post Godzilla world.
Yeah, and even when she was like driving in, you saw the big giant missiles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, their city's like building missiles for like realistically, what the heck is that going to do? Let's be real.
True. It's more just
slow Godzilla down for a minute.
Yeah, I think it's more just to make the people feel safer rather than to actually do anything. Yeah.
It was just what I liked about that scene is like obviously she had her PTSD again.
Yeah.
Just how like when it was done, everyone just like went back to their normal life.
Yeah, she even said that. And they're like, yeah, what else are we supposed to do? But yeah, it makes sense.
It's just so weird when you think about it. You're like, yeah, I guess it does make sense.
Yeah.
It's just weird because it's like you stop everything you're doing and run in panic to the freaking hole in the ground.
Yep. That's one thing I loved about this show is just like seeing the world with like all the signs about Godzilla and then going into the bunker, and it's just such a cool way to show the ramifications of having those monsters in the world.
Yeah, because have we really even we've never fully focused on it, at least not like
Right.
this, like good.
Right. Yeah.
Because in the movies, they have some human stuff, but it's always like important people in the movies, or people
Yeah.
working with, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's always not really for the people. It's where you go for the monsters. But you're right
Yeah,
with
it's
this
pretty
one. It's
quick
like,
in the movies. Like they might show a refugee camp or something after a Godzilla
yeah,
attack, but yeah, it's definitely
like,
different.
and also in the present day, she teams up with the brother. Hey, you want to get rid of me? Then just help me do this. And they go to his their father's office, and then they
Yep,
find
that's safe.
all the tapes, the
Yep.
safes, and the combination was like their birthdays all combined or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting.
And and then they take it to his ex's house, his ex-girlfriend's house, right?
Yeah. Who's just like
To her
generic
name was
hacker.
May, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, just some generic hacker.
Yeah.
Every time I see a hacking scene, I laugh.
Although she's just supposed to be like someone who likes audio stuff or something, but then she's like their hacker. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she was bashing on vinyl. Screw her. I don't like her. I collect
That's funny.
vinyl, and it does sound better.
Yeah, I thought of you during that scene.
Whatever. Hey, I can't stand you.
That's funny.
But yeah, the scene she was in, it was nice having like another character, like,
Yeah.
you know, and then, like, in episode 2, I liked her even more because she had a little bit of jokes, but
Yep.
uh, but yeah, that was what else am I missing? Am I missing anything else from the present day? I'm trying to think.
In the first episode,
In the first episode, and is the first episode where the Monarch people find her?
I think that's the second episode.
Okay, yeah, that's the second episode. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think
Okay.
we didn't talk about, honestly, I have a favorite character so far, and it's really like not a main character, but I really like Kentaro's mom. I thought she is like such a good character. She's like, she has every right to be pissed off and like hate this girl, but she's just like super nice, helps her calm down after her panic attack. And even in the second episode, she's like comforting Kentaro by like ripping up the papers. And I just thought she was a very sympathetic character.
Yeah, but like at the same time, it's like she, like, well, that was the second episode, but when the people came for second episode, she
and she like
told
helps
them to
him
get out of
escape.
here.
Yeah. Yep.
She's not trying to be like some helpless, just listen to them. She's like, no, screw them.
Yep.
But no, even in the first episode, you're right. She offered to go get tea and talk and stuff. And,
yeah.
And then Kate or
yeah, I think
whatever
that's
her name was,
Mm-hmm.
is mean.
Yep. But she was, the mom was understanding. So
yeah.
Yep.
So that was the present stuff. Some past stuff. What happened in the past stuff again?
So that one, they were in so Kazakhstan was the second episode. I forget where they were in the first.
Was it Skull Island? Or no, that was the flashback.
Yeah, that was the flashback. It was some, I forget exactly what, but they were, was it Kazakhstan? I don't know, but they went into that, like, they found the eggs, wherever they found the eggs, right? That was the first episode. The like dormant eggs, yeah. And so that was one thing in the first episode, is like we saw, I guess, Kate's grandmother die, which I thought was an interesting choice. Because you would almost seem like you would want to get to know the character first before that. But other than that, like, that was my main issue with the flashback in season 1, or episode 1, I mean.
Yeah, at first, that's why I was a little confused. Not confused, but because I knew, she was the grandmother, or at least I knew in the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
But, and then in the second episode, they flash back even farther to before that.
Yeah.
To when they all met.
Yeah.
it's weird structure for me. Like I get what you're saying. Like it was kind of odd. Like you would think the flashbacks in the first episode
would show the meeting, and then yeah,
it would be the flashbacks from the second episode would be the flashbacks in the first episode.
yeah, that's true.
But I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. Yeah. So my thing with the flashbacks in the first episode, like they were interesting. Well, first of all, the flashback from the very beginning was really cool with those two monsters fighting, the rock
Yeah,
monster and
that
the
was cool.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah, and him running in the forest and all that, and then throwing the bag out.
Yep.
That was really cool. But the stuff with the three main characters from those past, it's Lee Shaw, which is played by Wyatt Russell, which I think it's awesome. Kurt Russell plays him like in the future.
That I like that.
So it's Shaw, and then it's Bill, I think is his name.
Yeah.
And Dr. Kiko.
Yeah, I think they call her K, right? Or something. Keiko.
Dr. K. Yeah, so those three. So how do you feel about those three from at least the first episode perspective?
I thought they had pretty good chemistry, actually, for like just meeting them. I thought it was, I guess because it's supposed to be, you know, not when they first met, obviously, even though we see that later. Yeah, I like those characters. It's interesting seeing them, like, I assume that's the founders of Monarch and like trying to find the monsters, and so I thought that was cool seeing that. I definitely like the flashbacks. I love the nonlinear storytelling going back and forth between the past and the present.
Yeah, I do too. Like it's so weird because I knew, so I had heard Kurt Russell and his son were going to be in the show, and I thought they were actually, like, before I knew anything about the show, I thought they were actually going to be playing like father and son.
Yeah, that's kind of what I assumed too.
But it's kind of interesting that like they're playing the same character.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense.
But I agree.
He definitely looks like him.
It does make, yeah. It's kind of cool how they did that, but yeah, I thought they had good chemistry too. I think, I guess, not my problem, but my thing with the first episode, I was all, I'm not gonna lie, I was also really tired when I watched this first episode, so I don't know if that played a factor into it.
Gotcha.
But it just wasn't as interesting for me.
Now,
and the ending threw me off a little bit too.
Yeah, that, because the ending is where she dies, right? Or supposedly, like,
where they're escaping the egg hatch area, and then she falls, like, unless they somehow make her survive.
Yeah, maybe she's a monster now. Yeah, that was a little weird, but so I'm trying to remember, was the Godzilla scene with the bus, that was in the first episode, right?
Yeah, all of her, like, most of her PTS with Godzilla flashbacks were in the first episode.
That's what I liked the most. That's what put episode 1 above episode 2 for me, was I thought seeing those Godzilla moments from her point of view and like seeing the aftermath of it, and like the bus scene was where the bus fell. That was brutal.
Yeah, that was a brutal one.
So my reason for putting 1 above 2, like I said, it might not be a good reason, is because Godzilla was in 1 and I love that part. So
I mean, I don't blame you, because when I was seeing those parts too, I'm like, oh god, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, and you're right, it just shows how terrifying it is for just some, like, a normal person that's not a part of anything, just in the middle of like a Godzilla attack.
Yeah.
Like, you're right, it makes the Godzilla, it makes Godzilla and like the attacks more scary, not just like a cool action scene.
Yeah, like seeing the repercussions of it.
So but yeah, that was mostly episode 1. So like I said, I gave it a 6, you gave it an 8. Like, I still really liked it. I thought it was still above average. I mean, it looked good.
Yeah.
The acting was good. The sound was good. The music was good.
The
monsters looked good. Like, it was good.
Yeah, and those monsters, like you said in the flashback, the Skull Island flashback, those were really cool looking monsters. Were those in Kong Skull Island, or was that just for the
No, I don't recognize. I don't recognize this. I don't recognize them in Skull Island.
Okay.
At least
So
in
yeah, it was made for the
the
show.
newer one.
That was good. Good CG and stuff. So
But okay. So episode 2. So what? So your biggest reason was those flashbacks why you didn't rate it as high.
yeah, I loved those Godzilla scenes.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, with episode 2, like I thought the flashbacks are so much more interesting. I like seeing how all of them met.
Yeah, that was cool for
like.
sure.
I thought like you said, the chemistry was really good, and then the scene with that where I love the whole treasure map feel to it, where the doctor and
Oh yeah.
the guy who she eventually obviously marries
Yep.
go into that big boat or the big boat where
Yeah,
he
the
said he was on
battleship.
it.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know how it got there, and then that monster was attacking him.
Yeah, that was a cool
And how
part.
like the Wyatt Russell guy, Shaw, how he left. He's like, fine, screw you, I'm leaving. And then he sees like that weird stuff in the sky.
Yeah, and then comes back. And
And
the
then comes
ship's
back.
like all slimy from something and they don't know what. That was a pretty
Mhm.
tense scene for sure.
Yeah, like the flashback. Me personally, I like the flashback scenes a lot more in this episode.
I do think the flashback scenes are better in the second episode. Yeah, I would agree with you there. Especially because like you don't know who they are in the first episode, you don't know how they met, you don't even really know exactly what they're doing. And in the second one you definitely get some answers to that.
Yeah. Now maybe if I rewatched the first episode after watching the second episode, I would enjoy the flashback scenes a little more, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That could be the case.
So that was most of the flashbacks. Now the present day, I thought the present day was interesting too in this one, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, with the Monarch guy and the other girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other girl, and then they brought back the girlfriend or the ex-girlfriend, what's her name?
May, yeah.
May. And then they're kind of more on the run. Like, so that's what I liked about this episode. I feel like it progressed. So the flashbacks I thought were better, fleshed out the characters more highly met. And then in the present day, I felt like like the story just progressed. It was like, okay, like we know you guys are sad and pitying each other, like being pitied on each other. But like now, like, all right, the Monarch people are coming. You got to get this crap. Get May. Then you got to go find this guy. Like I felt like it was going somewhere finally.
Yeah, okay. I could see that. It definitely was. Like the runaway from the Monarch gave it a real like sense of urgency. So yeah.
And then I liked, like I said, Kurt Russell. I could already tell he's going to be fun in the series because we've hardly seen him these first 2 episodes.
Yeah, it's true. We meet him kind of near the end of the second one.
Yeah, so I like him as an actor, and I just know he has that charisma. So I know he'll be fun in it.
Yeah,
Be fun in it. And I like how like when they're all talking, they met him, and they're like, "Oh, you are this person," and May's like, "Oh, I'm not related to anybody."
yeah, that was funny. So I have a question about Kurt Russell's character. I think it shows his date of birth on one of the files, and I saw online that he's supposed to be 91 at that point. So is that just like... I wonder if they're gonna like have a reason for that or just totally brush it off. You know, like maybe he's been around radiation so he doesn't age as fast, or are they just not even going to address it?
I don't know. I feel like that's a good catch, actually. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
They could definitely do some mystical stuff. I mean,
yeah, they could.
They have fairies.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he knows Mothra, so she just like, gives him a few more years on his life.
See, like, I guess that's actually a good point because there's no way that dude's 91.
Yeah, right.
Like, obviously, we know Kurt Russell's not 91, but like the character is not 91.
Yeah.
Like, there's no freaking way. So I think that's interesting. Or maybe some weird thing is, so is Monarch? Are they really bad guys though? They're not really bad guys.
Yeah, I
Are
don't
they?
know. I'm interested to see where because they definitely feel like the antagonists so far, right? Like
Oh, are you there?
for our characters at
What's that?
least.
Sorry, you broke up. What'd you say?
I said they definitely feel like the antagonists for our characters at
They
least
do.
so far.
They feel like
But
the antagonists in the show, but like in the movies, they weren't necessarily bad guys.
right. Yeah, I don't
Like,
know. I wonder if
but for
it's
the
the
show,
kind of thing where like it started off good and now they're kind of like turning
yeah, like
bad
after the
or like
attacks happened, now they're like, okay, screw this. We're shutting this shit down, kind of thing.
yeah,
Like
that
this ain't
could
gonna
be.
happen again, not under our watch, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because they definitely feel like the bad guys in the show.
Yeah, for sure.
And so then they were holding Shaw like at some Monarch facility, like with a
Yeah.
brace on.
Yeah, they
Like,
have him
what's that
trapped there
about?
like a prisoner. Yeah.
I mean, no, well, I'm assuming we'll find out what that's about because
Yeah.
that's a big thing.
We better.
I know. Like, at first, I'm like, what, oh, Monarch? Like, because I was thinking about it. I'm like, so Monarch has him like in prison, but I don't remember
Yeah.
Monarch
And
being evil.
even like Kate and her flashbacks, seeing them walking around just taking pictures made it kind of feel like, well,
Mhm.
they don't care about the human life that's lost during these
Maybe,
attacks.
maybe it's one of those things where, like, because in the movies, Monarchs, like, aren't they like, helping fight and all that stuff? So it's like,
Yeah.
maybe it's more like we just see the war aspect of it, and this is from like the human side of it. Like, you're
Yeah.
right. Maybe they just care about humans. So, of course, they're the bad guys.
Yeah, that could be.
I don't know. It is interesting though. Like now, the more I'm talking about it, the more I realize, like, man, you're right. Like the fact that they're making characters interesting like this in a
Mhm.
Godzilla show that doesn't have a lot of monsters, like
Yep.
that's saying something.
Yep. Definitely.
And
I
it
love
feels
that.
high quality,
Yeah, it
doesn't it?
definitely
Like it
does. It
feels
feels very high quality.
and I'm wait. I mean, I doubt Godzilla shows up until the very end. To be honest,
Yeah, besides in that flashback.
Godzilla will show up.
Yeah, I hope
I'm
so.
telling you that. But this is the kind of show where I don't expect him to show up a lot. Like maybe the
Yeah.
finale. You know what I mean?
Mhm. How
Now
many
the question is, will
episodes?
Kong show up?
Say that again?
My question is too. Like, is it just going to be like a Godzilla that shows up, or does Kong show up, or
Yeah.
I wonder
How many other
because all these
monsters?
monsters are still out there.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of them, I should say.
Yep. At least that's our
And to answer
assumption.
your question, there's going to be 10 episodes.
Okay, cool. I like that. Better
So
than
it's 10
6.
episodes. Yeah, no, I feel like 10's like a perfect amount.
Yeah. I
Like
like
not
that a
too
lot.
much, not too little.
Yeah, I like 10 episodes for sure.
Now you're so, with freaking Loki. I had to bring up Loki. 6 episodes.
Every episode from now from now on.
Great finale of a crappy show. I think I'm in a minority with that one, though. Oh, but no, yeah, I loved it, man. I agree.
I thought the
I,
monster
I'm,
at
I'm
the end of
excited.
episode 2 looked really good too. Like, and just like being in that cramped in that ship and having
Oh
it
yeah, with
like
the
crash
claw
in.
and
Yeah, the claws. I thought that
yeah, like
was
it's.
cool.
I don't know. I guess, like I said, it kind of just it reminds me of like a. Honestly, I'm telling you now, it reminds me of Uncharted mixed with like Godzilla. Like it, especially the
Yeah,
flashback
the
scenes, being in the
flashbacks.
jungle and kind of
Hmm.
yeah, it just has like that cool adventure feel. Like, and it
Yeah,
has the
for
best of
sure.
both worlds. You have like the mystery in the present day and the evilness and the post-apocalyptic feel kind of
Hmm.
world, and then you have the cool like jungle treasure hunt feel, the past. Oh, I think it's like perfect balance.
Yeah, definitely.
So sweet. Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm glad you
I'm,
mentioned this one.
yeah, no, I saw a trailer for it. I'm like, oh, we got to watch this, man. We got to.
Yeah,
And I
and
knew
this
you
was
would want to watch it.
yeah. And watching this before that Godzilla minus zero um movie will get me amped up for it
Mhm.
too. Even though it's not
Oh,
like in the same
that
universe.
looks so good.
But yeah,
And it's not, but it'll be. I'm kind of excited to watch that being like its own thing, like
yeah,
especially being like a authentic, like Japanese film.
yeah. I'm excited for that.
Like so, and I believe they're making another Godzilla movie in the MonsterVerse too.
Oh, I haven't heard about that. That's cool. I assumed
Let's
they
see.
would, because I'm pretty sure they've been doing pretty good.
Let me see here. I think. Let me look. I know they're. I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere.
I wonder what the next one's going to be about.
I'm very curious too. Okay, so the next Godzilla movie is called Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire.
Oh, interesting.
It supposedly comes out April 12th of 2024.
Oh, that's sooner than I thought. Okay.
Who knows, like with
Yeah, that could
the
be pushed
delays and
back.
stuff. Yep. So it's literally Godzilla and Kong. So it's not Godzilla versus Kong. Well, Godzilla X Kong, but
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire. That kind of sounds cool.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. See them on the same
Intro.
side for the whole show or whole movie.
Yeah. I mean, maybe there'll be like some fights of who's the leader or something. Some
Yeah, that could be.
just like this is my place at my land. Yeah. You need to watch Skull Island, man. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
I'm going to this week. I will. I wonder
Like, and with
what it's on. What?
hey, man, it has Loki in it.
Yeah,
You'll love it.
there you go. It's my boy.
I do like him as an actor, though.
Yeah,
It's
he's a good
it's
actor.
just a fun movie, dude. It has like the '70s music, and it's just a fun
Okay,
movie.
nice.
I promise you'll like it.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
different
know why
from,
I didn't see it.
I don't know.
I just never went.
I don't know.
Never.
And it's different than Godzilla 2014. Because like Godzilla 2014 was, like we said, very atmospheric and very slow burn and very,
Yeah,
like I don't know, more like intense. Where Kong is more adventure, fun. We're going to Skull Island. A group of Marines are going to Skull Island and crazy stuff happens and all these monsters. Like it's interesting.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think it
That
has
does
more of
sound
that
different.
war film type feel.
Nice. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. I'll find out what it's streaming on and watch it.
Yeah, it should. It's probably streaming on HBO Max. I'm assuming,
Okay.
or I guess just called Max.
Yeah,
I believe I
whatever it's
saw it
called.
on.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and it has Samuel L. Jackson too. I forgot,
Oh, okay. Nice.
and Brie Larson. Uh,
Oh, your
oh,
favorite.
Captain Marvel. Yeah, I know. Well, I actually liked her in this movie,
Okay.
and it has John C. Riley,
Oh, he's funny. Nice.
and it has John Goodman. Well, hence
Yeah,
the flashback.
obviously. Yeah. I figured he would be in
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So you got to watch it. It is on Mac.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh wait, maybe it's not. I don't know. Well, you'll find it
Yeah,
somewhere.
I'll figure it out and watch it this week, and we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, I'm excited for the rest of the show for sure. It's been fun getting back into Godzilla.
I know. Like, I love me a good kaiju fights, man.
Yeah, for sure.
It makes me miss Pacific Rim. Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Pacific Rim was great.
The first one was great, at least.
Yeah,
The second one was okay,
it was
but
okay. Yeah,
why is that? Why is that, man? How come? Same with Godzilla. I love the first one. The second one was like good, but like
yeah. I don't
a
know.
drop in quality.
It's a good
Is it
question.
because they try to do too much? Because I feel like Pacific Rim did that too.
Yeah, definitely Godzilla. I feel like that's the case, and yeah, I think Pacific Rim had that same problem. And there's something about like Pacific Rim was like novel, like new. Um,
Yeah,
I mean, it's not a new like idea, but like robots fighting monsters, but just like that universe was new, and it was interesting to see
yeah,
like how they piloted it, and all the fights were just so cool.
yeah. And like with Godzilla, I don't know. The fun part of the first one was the build. For me, it was the build up.
Yeah,
Like just knowing these guys they're fighting, but you're gonna get bigger fights. You're waiting for that showdown. Whereas the second one, there's no build up with the fights. I feel
yeah,
like the fights
that's true.
happen.
They kind of have to because there's so many monsters and so much going on.
Yeah,
Yeah, Yeah, so
Like,
that's
give
them
me a
doing too
tease,
much.
man. Give build up, man. Get that foreplay going.
Yep.
Yeah, sweet. And you know what? I just looked. I did not watch that Invincible episode. I totally forgot about it.
Oh, okay. Well,
For
then we'll
some
save
reason, I
it
thought I'd
for.
watched it. The last one
Gotcha.
I watched was that fish one.
Okay. Yeah. Then.
There was another one that came out, right?
Yep. There was. I
Yeah.
watched it,
I
but
don't know.
we'll save
I don't
that
know how
for
I
next
missed that.
week. And then next week
I
for
totally.
Invincible is the mid-season finale.
Oh, that's right. Already.
Oh,
Wait, isn't
yeah.
that this week technically?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but the podcast next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I told. Well, do you want to give me your thoughts at all, at least? Or no?
Um, let me look at my
Or a rating,
notes.
or if you liked it, you disliked it, or do you want to go just
I'll give my
raw?
rating
So,
next week, but it was good. I liked it, and that's pretty much all I can say because I don't want to spoil anything. It was a good episode for sure.
best episode of the season so far? No, you don't want to give that away.
Um, I would. I think best episode of the season so far. Probably,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I think next
Okay.
week is going to be even better. But we'll
Oh,
see. So
well,
yeah,
I have the rest of the week off, so I'll definitely
yeah.
be watching.
Okay, yeah. You got some time to watch it then for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I did have something else I wanted to talk about, and actually, I have two things. One is
Okay.
I watched the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Oh, you did. I watched
did.
that too.
Okay, what did you think of that movie?
Okay. So everyone is bagging on this movie, but I actually enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. I
I,
liked it.
it, it was
I didn't love it.
it was okay. My biggest problem was it was literally never scary. Like,
Oh no, it was. The
like,
only time they hinted at a little horror was when those people broke in.
yeah. But even then,
But like,
yeah,
yeah.
like
So I agree. It wasn't scary at all.
not scary
Like,
at all. I did I've watched a lot of like lore videos about because there's like some deep behind the scenes lore on that, so it was
I
cool to
have
see.
to. Yeah.
Cool to see some of that and how they interpreted it. I thought it was an okay movie, just not a horror movie. Like, I was not scared once, but yeah, it was.
I was not scared either.
The
Like, if I
lore
had to
was
rate it, I'd give
interesting.
it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd probably put it 4 or 5.
Like, average. It could honestly, it could be a 4. It could be a below average. Like,
Yeah,
but I'll say this: like, I wasn't bored. I'll say that.
yeah, that's true. I also love
Like,
that Shaggy was the villain.
dude, I know. I freaking love him, man.
He's
Oh,
funny.
the best Shaggy ever. No, but no, I mean, it really wasn't good. And I don't know, like, in the middle of the movie, I don't care if we're talking spoilers because you know what, it's
Yeah,
whatever. It's spoilers, people. If you really want to watch this,
yeah,
yeah. Like in the middle of the middle of the movie, where like they're having their little slumber party thing, and like that
yeah.
this isn't scary at all.
No, not at all.
Like that would have been okay if we would have seen what they could do. Like if
Yeah,
the
that's
flip
what
the
I was
script or something.
expecting. Like, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like they went way too fast into, oh yeah, these are like ghosts in puppets, but they aren't, like, I don't know. It just wasn't ever.
Yeah.
I wasn't ever on the edge of my seat, really.
Never. And with something like an idea like this, which really should be. Come on,
Yeah,
there's nothing creepier than like Chuck E. Cheese type place. Which, by the way, I
yeah.
don't know if this is true. I read somewhere that Chuck E. Cheese is taking out their animatronics now.
I read that too because of Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, because of that movie. I don't know if that's true or not either, but that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I just looked it up right now, and yeah, Chuck E. Cheese will remove animatronic ban at all locations except one in California.
Weird.
Only one location will have a animatronics there.
That's
That's,
crazy.
I mean, come on, you pansies! It's a freaking movie. Yeah, right. Jesus just use this as an excuse to save some money. Like, oh, we don't gotta run
Yeah,
these things anymore.
that's what it is. Yeah. They probably break down all the time and are not worth it. So they're like, yeah, it's because of Five
Yeah,
Nights
we'll
at
do it for the
Freddy's for
kids.
sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, her and I watched it on a lazy Sunday afternoon, and I mean, we were laughing.
Yeah.
I'll say that. And I guess if you're like you're going for like a horror type movie, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, no. It did have some entertaining parts for sure. It just was not a horror movie to me. And like based on the source material, felt like it should have been scarier, but they probably didn't
Yeah,
want to do they didn't want to make it R or like too scary because it's
they should have made it R, man.
yeah.
Well, it's because I mean, the movie made bank. Do you see how much it made?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, God, it made here, let me look it up. But they did it so they can get all the money from the teen because this is like,
Yeah.
let's be real, it's made for like teens.
Yeah. That's exactly why.
Oh, let's see. They made it. So let's see. How much money did it make? Okay, so it made 100 and it made 113 million at the domestic box office and 215 million worldwide in the first 2 weeks.
Oh dang. Yeah, that's pretty
And
good.
it only on top of that, it was released on Peacock the same day too.
Yeah, that's where I watched it.
That's where I watch it too. Um, hold on. So and it only cost 20 million to make.
Dang. Yeah. They definitely made their money back on that.
Yeah, it cost 20 million to make, and they made almost 300 million.
Yeah.
And it's weird because the fact that it was on Peacock the same day as theatric release.
Yeah, that's true. That's crazy. It made that
It
much in
still made
theaters.
that much. That's insane. And then you see how much like the Marvels make.
How is that doing? I haven't looked at that.
Oh, dude, that movie bombed. It made
Yeah, I heard it was doing
a
pretty bad.
historic low. What's it called? The Marvels.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see. Opening weekend, it made 40. Let me see here. Well, first of all, the budget was around 250 to 300 million dollars,
Jeez. A lot more
and
than
it
Five Nights at
made.
Freddy's.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, so the opening weekend it made 46 million, the lowest ever
Dang.
for a Marvel movie, even lower than the Hulk movie,
Oh,
before Iron Man. And
dang.
that's even
That's
before
bad.
inflation.
Yeah,
Uh,
true.
and then the second weekend has the biggest drop ever for a Marvel movie at 79% drop. It only made 10 million the second weekend.
Yikes.
And that's a bigger drop than even Morbius saw at 74%.
Oh, dang.
Not only was
Morbius
it the
had the
worst.
like memery of
Oh, yeah,
seeing it
meme.
after. Yeah.
It's Morbin time, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it made the least ever for an MCU movie and the biggest drop ever for an MCU movie.
Yeah, that's rough.
And look, that's just I'm not hating on Marvel because I still watch some of their stuff, but no one cares about the Marvels.
Yeah.
Like it's clear, and I know they're trying to get girls, young girls and kids and women, but they clearly don't care either for this.
Yeah.
They didn't show up for it if that's who they're
Nope.
going
I feel
for.
like they probably got more women interested in like I don't know, there's women interested in like Captain America and Iron Man, like and Thor.
Yeah, totally. Who doesn't want some of that Captain America, bro? But like, that's what I like. They're trying to cater. I mean, look at Barbie. Barbie caters to women. That movie made bank.
Yeah.
I feel like they just do not care. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to speak for them, but the movie didn't make money.
Yeah, it definitely didn't.
So, That I just had to say that because we're talking about movies and box offices. And
Yeah.
what was that second thing you wanted to talk about? You said,
How are you liking Mario Wonder?
"Oh yeah, dude, I'm digging it." So this is the first 2D Mario game I've kind of like been playing, like
Okay.
actually playing in a long time.
Yeah, it looks
There was,
really good. I watched some videos of it, and it looks really fun.
I'm having so much fun, and I'm at the point in my life right now. I think I told you,
Hmm.
where like having up all the time, it's so much easier to play a Nintendo game than
Oh
like
yeah, for the
Bloodborne.
kids. Yeah, yeah. You can't play
And
Bloodborne in front of the kids.
no, dude, no, I can't. And also, like, there's something about like just bite-sized gaming for me. Like, if I'm
Hmm.
watching, I played a lot of Mario Wonder on Sunday when I was watching football,
Oh,
and
nice.
there's something about like having football on the TV, and just having my Switch and playing some little bite-sized levels, in Mario
Yeah,
Wonder.
yeah. That's
It's
cool.
so fun. And it's different. It's unique. Like with the Wonder Seeds, they're called. I mean, I'm sure you saw some stuff
Yeah,
on
where
it
it
where
like changes the level, and then you get the special things out of it. Yeah, it looks.
yeah,
That's
like
a cool mechanic.
is different too. Like one Wonder Seed in one level, like it would slow down time, so like the level is super slow in your character, and another one's going super fast, and other ones it's making you fly. It's like it's unique. It's
Yeah,
different.
that's cool.
And the overworld, I really like the overworld. It reminds me of like Super Mario Bros. 3, but like obviously modern.
Right.
So you're kind of walking around to the levels, and there's like hidden blocks and hidden levels and
Oh, in the
secret
overworld.
area in the overworld. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
So you can in the overworld you could like free roam walk. It's like you don't. It's not
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think I
like
remember seeing that.
so. In some parts you have to just follow the line, but then it opens up to like an open world
Yeah.
thing. You can't do much in it, but there is like secret areas and secret things to find and stuff.
Gotcha.
And as far as like the length and stuff, it's I mean, it's 2D Mario. I think it's only 10 hours ish.
Sure.
Now, if you're trying to like
100%
100%
it.
it, I think I read somewhere it takes around 20 hours because you do have to replay the levels
Okay.
if you want to
To get
100%
everything.
it because sometimes when you get the Wonder Seed, you complete a different spot for the
Right.
levels. You have to go back and complete it without getting the Wonder Seed.
And I saw you can get like badges and stuff to like change how you're like almost like
Yeah,
give you new moves or something, or like higher
yeah, that was
jumps or
interesting
something.
too. 'Cause I had not seen that. Like I was watching reviews and like I didn't watch too much of it, but I didn't know there's badges. So yeah, you could equip the badge. Like one makes you jump higher. Another one I love is it makes you like you can have an extra hop on a wall, like that pushes
Okay.
you up.
Yeah, that seems good.
There's some passive ones where like you defeat enemies, you get coins.
Okay.
Or one where if you fall like on a cliff, you get a bounce to help you out. You get like one free bounce.
Oh. Yeah, that's
So
cool how
some
it
of
like
our
changes and you can kind of like cater it to your play style. That's pretty cool.
yeah, like exactly. Like I said, I've been using the wall jumping one because I love being able to pop everywhere.
Yeah.
Uh, and yeah. So I haven't even unlocked. I think there's like 20 of them. I think or 25 of them. I think I've only no like 20. I've only unlocked like 10 of them, like
Okay.
half of them.
Yeah.
I'm on world 7. I believe there's 8 or 9 worlds.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, dude, I'm really liking it. I don't know, it just
Yeah, I want to get it eventually. I got that Mario itch, so I went back and I started a new Odyssey save file, and I've just been like
you
collecting
did.
moons, kind of like that bite-sized gaming. I'll just pick it up,
Mhm.
and if something's on the TV, I'll just play it a little bit. And yeah,
Yeah, it's perfect.
Odyssey's so good. I can't wait for the next 3D Mario, but I should get Mario
Odyssey is
Wonder.
my favorite 3D Mario game.
It's so good.
Like I think it's the best. I think it's the most. I know everyone loves Galaxy, but I think Odyssey is the best like classic 3D Mario game. It's almost like Mario 64, but like upgraded.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with that. I love Odyssey. I I just want them to make an Odyssey too. I'm sure they'll do something else, but I'd be
The
fine with
Switch 2,
Odyssey
right?
too.
Maybe they come out with the Switch 2
Yeah,
or whatever
that
the heck they're making next.
that could be
They're definitely coming out with the Odyssey 2, right? Or at least a
some
similar
kind of
style.
successor. Yeah, I hope so.
See, we're in the Mario mood. I know. I was thinking, I really want to get Mario RPG too,
Yeah,
but
that looks.
I'm
I've never played that either. I know you said you hadn't when we were talking about it.
no. I heard people like love that game.
Yeah, I've heard that
Uh,
too.
and the critics gave it okay, like decent reviews. But I know a lot of like the at least the YouTubers I watch and like the user scores, they say like it's a faith, like they love it, like
Okay, like a good remake.
it's a 1-to-1 remake, pretty much. No
Oh,
changes,
nice.
just graphics.
Yeah, that's
Um,
cool.
the only reason I got Mario Wonder over that right now is just because Mario Wonder is like the newest one. That was a
Yeah,
remake.
I feel like the kids would like watching that more than an RPG too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they love watching me. And Avia makes it. You can play as like all the characters, so Avia
Yeah.
makes me play as Princess Peach.
What do
So
you
I've been
mean? You
playing
don't
as.
want to play as Peach? You wouldn't pick Peach?
I love my boy Luigi, but
Yeah.
actually, I'm kind of getting used to Peach now.
She has the float, I'm assuming.
She's a little more floaty, but it's not really too different.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, she can float. And then there's some characters they like the Yoshis, and there's another character, I don't know what they're called. So like if like Avia or Lucas, if they want to play, there's a character that like can't get hurt,
Oh,
can run through
nice.
you, and like is invincible.
That's a really good thing to put in there. That's cool.
The one thing I'll give Nintendo, man, is they're so good at like helping with kids. Like even
Yeah.
Mario Kart, like they play Mario Kart. I don't know if you ever see me on Mario Kart. It's the kids,
Dude,
not me.
I know. We've had some of Tiffany's friends come over with kids, and I just put on Mario Kart and put on those bumper things like where they can't fall
Oh,
off, and just be
yes.
like, go, like the auto drive and the bumper, and they just have a blast.
It's amazing, dude. Like
Yeah.
it's so amazing. It's like on like every weekend, like in the morning, it makes me so happy because I remember this as a kid. They want to play Mario Kart, and Evia
Nice.
wants to be Princess Peach, and Lucas wants to be Luigi. And like so, like on Saturday mornings, Karen and I would sit on the couch, have our coffee, and the kids are just playing Mario Kart. I'm like, oh, this
Nice.
is the memories I remember as a kid.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But
That's so cool.
yeah, so I'm digging it, man. You should definitely get it eventually.
Yeah.
I know it sucks with Nintendo because you always want to wait for sale, but they
It's
usually
gonna be
like
$60
sales.
forever.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's what I was debating with Mario RPG. I'm like, maybe I should wait for it to be a sale, but it's gonna be for like a year just for it to get down to $40.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I didn't pick up any of the games, Resident Evil 4 or
Or the RPG.
or RPG or no, the Lies of P.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I need to figure out. I'm debating if I should move my PlayStation in the basement.
So you
But at
can
the same
play
time,
it.
yeah, I know. But at the same time, like my TV upstairs is like the really good TV.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
So
tough
I'm not
choice.
sure. So are you going to pick up any Black Friday sale games or no?
I don't know. I haven't. Maybe I don't know if Lords of the Fallen is like a really good sale. Maybe I'll get it.
I think it's like. Oh, I pulled it. Oh, sorry, I pulled my muscle in my leg. I think Lords of the Fallen I saw on PlayStation for. I don't think it was like a big sale. I think it was like 20% off.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me see here. I always look on the PlayStation app just for.
Yeah. The sales. Yep.
Like they got it for like Resident Evil was $40. I was tempted with that because
Hmm.
I feel like that game was worth it. You played Resident Evil 4, the original version, right?
I never beat it, but I did play it. Yeah.
Okay. Lords of the Fallen, where are you at? It is on sale for. Liza P is on sale for. Oh, I saw $8, but it was the add-on pack. I'm like $8.
Get it?
I swear, did Black Friday deals used to be way better?
Yeah, I don't think they're
I
as good
swear,
now.
I used to get games
Everything's
for
just
like
more expensive.
$10.
Yeah.
So like Liza P is $48, so 20% off. I'm like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, like that would have been on sale for $20.
Yeah, or at least half off or something. Yeah.
Or at least $30, yeah. So yeah, that's $48. And then I swear I saw Lords of the Fallen on here. Is it not on here anymore? Man, I don't. Oh, Bloodborne's on there, but obviously we have that. And then I saw Sold was on sale for $20.
What was?
Dark Souls.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good one. Great game.
Yeah, there's some. Where is it? I'm gonna look it up. But yeah, I don't know, man. I thought it'd be on sale for more, but Lord of the Fallen.
Yeah.
It's called Lords of the Fallen, right? Or Lord of the Fallen?
I think it's Lords. There's probably two of them because there's like that older one.
Well, that's
like
right.
PS4 one. It has the same name. Yeah.
Not the deluxe edition. Yeah, it's on sale for $48, $49 instead of $70. So
Gotcha.
30% off. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know then. I'm not sure. I might get something, but I haven't decided yet.
I know. And of course, like I'm in a freaking, like you said, a Mario itch, and like those are never on sale.
Yeah. Never.
Although they do have those Nintendo vouchers.
Oh,
where, like for $100 you get 2 games.
Oh, okay.
And Mario RPG and Mario Wonder are on those. So basically, you pay for 2 vouchers, $99 on the eShop.
Okay.
And they have a select games you can pick. And I was going to do that and get both Mario Wonder and Mario RPG. But
yeah, that's not bad. Not a bad deal.
Because I don't know, I've been kind of thinking of just going digital from here on out, to be honest.
That's what I mostly do, unless like the only thing I didn't do that for was the Souls game because I found them cheaper physical.
Yeah. Well, because like Nintendo, like Switch, I like to get the cartridges. But I'm to the point now where like, and this is going to sound super lazy. Like the
you don't want to switch them.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, like the kids play Mario Kart, and I can just leave that in there, and then I just play like mix out of that and click right into Mario Wonder without getting up and putting Mario Wonder in the Switch.
Yep, you're coming over to the digital side.
I know. I'm becoming lazy.
Welcome, join us.
Plus, once Switch 2 comes out and I have the system, I could just have it all on the SD card in the Switch, and it's like its own, thing.
Yep.
So, but anywho, because it's all downloaded anyways, you know what I mean, on the SD card.
Yep. That's kind of where I switch. Is like, well, I'm downloading it, like I'm installing it on my thing using the same amount of space. I might as well just download it.
Yeah. Although with the cartridges you don't have to, but with updates you do though. So it's like, you got to install something anyways.
Yep. True.
If there's an update to the game. So no, that was my only other thing I would talk about. Just curious if you were looking at any Black Friday sales.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other games that came out that I didn't get. Definitely Mario, that 2 for the $100. I might look into that and get Wonder and RPG because that would be cool. But other than that, I can't think of really anything I've been looking at.
Yeah, I'm kind of. Honestly, Liza P.
Yeah, Liza P is great.
One, and Resident Evil 4. Although I'm kind of leaning more towards Liza P right now, but I don't know. I got to finish Bloodborne.
Yeah, you do.
It's my problem. I always feel like too much at once.
Yeah, I still need to go back and finish Spider-Man. I need to play that. We've just been playing Diablo so much because when my wife gets in a Diablo mood, I always play with her, and that's like her favorite game.
Can suck your life away.
Yep. She's pretty close to level 100. We didn't get a level 100 character. I'm at like 82, and she was at 94 when I came down here, so she's probably like 95 or 96 now.
Dang.
Yep.
I like Diablo 4. Like I heard the end game sucks, but to be honest, I don't do a lot.
Yeah, season 2 is better than season 1. Season 1, they like made a bunch of changes to make it way slower to level up in the end game. But it seems like season 2, I haven't kept up with all the patch changes, but season 2 seems better.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just fun,
Right.
like getting all the loot and going through it.
Yeah, it's one of those games where that's one of those games where, to be honest, like for me, it would be perfect on the Switch.
Yeah, true.
Well, that's another thing I want to talk about. What do you think? I'm sure you've seen things of it. What do you think of the PlayStation Portal from what you've seen or read, if you have?
I really haven't looked into that. Like, so
No,
explain it to me. What is the PlayStation Portal? Because I haven't been.
it's pretty much just a remote device to stream your game. So, like, I guess the advantage of it is it does have the DualSense controllers on it.
Okay, so
It
it's
has an 80 screen,
basically the Switch, but PlayStation.
kind of,
Is
but
it?
like no at the same time because it's you can't download or cloud stream anything. It's literally just remote playing from your PlayStation. So you need to have your PlayStation in
Oh,
rest mode, and
I
like you
see.
can't even cloud game on it. So it's literally
Weird.
like a backbone controller, like you use your phone. No,
Okay.
um,
And how much is
but
it? Because
it's
depending on the
200. So I guess what
meh,
saying, well, I guess what people are saying is, like if you get if it's kind of like getting a controller and a tab, like a screen, like a controller is normally what, $70,
70. Yeah,
basically pro controller kind of price. But is it worth it because you need to have internet connection?
yeah. I wouldn't. I don't think I'd get that.
I don't think I would either, but I like the concept of me being able to play Bloodborne while watching football, or not
But
even just Bloodborne, anything.
can't you do that already on like? Can't you
You
remote play
can.
it to? Yeah, like just to your computer or
That's the
something,
thing.
or like
You
yeah,
can, or even to your phone. But
yeah.
I will say, like, it's not like for me personally, the idea of having like the actual controllers, like the actual DualSense controller, it's supposedly more like a like a simultaneous thing. Like you could turn on your PlayStation with that thing, you could
I
turn it off
see.
your PlayStation with that
You don't
thing.
have to do the setup and stuff.
You don't have to do the setup. It connects right to it. It's you could. It has the the haptic triggers, all the stuff that the DualSense has.
Yeah, I
But
could see
again,
how it would be good for some people. I don't think. I mean, I don't have
I,
kids to worry about. Like, I can if I want to play a
yeah,
PlayStation game, I'll just play it on my TV. But yeah, I
yeah,
could see how that could be useful. I just
yeah,
wouldn't
and
pay 200 for it.
I agree. And what makes me agree is this was the deal breaker for me. I would have gotten it anyways, but after reading this, I'm like, no. So apparently, it has no way to like get onto the internet. So like you can't use like Wi-Fi at hotels. Like Wi-Fi that
Oh,
makes you go to the internet to sign in.
yeah.
Like what is the
That
point if I want to go to a hotel?
that seems like
Like
an
if I'm on
oversight.
vacation,
Yeah.
like so they need to do something. I wonder if they can update something into it, but because the idea is you don't even need to be on your same Wi-Fi network. You could be on any Wi-Fi network and still play your PlayStation games.
Gotcha. But that's not exactly
Yeah, but
not
if you
any Wi-Fi network, I guess.
like if I were to take this on vacation, like I go on a work trip in February to California, I wouldn't even be able to connect to my PlayStation because I can't log into
Yeah,
the Wi-Fi.
that's not the best.
No, so that was kind of I wouldn't have gotten it anyways, but I like the idea of it. I
Yeah,
wish
I
if
feel
you
like
were able to cloud stream from it and you wouldn't
yeah,
need your PlayStation, I think that would be kind of cool.
yeah, I agree. That would make it a lot better.
But maybe you never know. I think that thing's selling out everywhere. So I think like
Hmm.
I wonder if PlayStation is kind of testing the market. Like, hey,
Yeah,
maybe we
that's
get
what it
back in
kind
that
of sounds
scene.
like. It's like, should we continue with this and make it better? Because I feel like version 2 is going to be way better than that.
Like what I'm predicting is if this sells well, which I think it is, I bet you, like you said, version two, they'll probably bump up the price to like 300,
Yeah.
and it will be like an actual device with like being able to cloud stream or. Oh, another thing too is there's no Bluetooth on the thing.
Oh.
So like, if you want to listen to your games, you have to use the speakers built into it.
Oh,
You can use
that's
wired headphones, or you have to use proprietary headphones that
of
Sony is
course.
making.
Of course. Yeah, that makes sense.
So like, they're like really like if you're putting in whatever chip or whatever they're using for their headphones, they could have easily just
Yeah.
Bluetooth in there.
Yeah,
It's not
for
like it's
sure.
saving money.
No, but it's making
Oh,
them money for the people who
yeah,
will
but it's
buy it.
making, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. But anywho, version 2, man, it give me that Bluetooth. I don't
Yeah.
even need to download games on it, dude. Just let me I have good enough internet and where I could cloud stream in a hotel or whatever.
Yep.
Let me cloud stream. I'm not going to be playing like Call of Duty on that thing. Just like games like
True.
Spider-Man or
Yeah.
everyone talks about that. Like, if I'm going to get sweaty, I'm not going to do it like that. Like,
Right.
even like Bloodborne game, all the Souls games would be hard doing that too. But like,
True. Yeah.
I just made fun games like Resident Evil 4, or Spider-Man, or I don't know.
Yeah, those would be
Look,
great games to play on that.
as a father of 2, soon to be 3, like there's nothing better than being able to play portably while your kids and wife take over the TV.
Yeah, I believe that.
Like, I feel like if there's anything PlayStation gets from this, please. And I know people are saying you could put on your remote play on your phone and all that, but I want a dedicated handheld device. I don't want to have to rely on my phone or
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
anyways.
I definitely don't have that issue because my wife never watches anything and but I could see the struggle for sure. And I don't have kids, so but yep.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it'd be amazing. That's the greatest thing about the Switch, dude.
Yeah, I love the Switch.
Or even with the Switch, I'll be downstairs in the basement working, and I'll just bring the Switch in handheld mode if I'm like slow. Let's
Yeah.
work on my.
Yep. That's
So,
that is I do that too. It's a great thing about the Switch.
oh, it's amazing. And like we said earlier, a lot of the games on the Switch, or a lot of the games at least I play, are like bite-sized games. Where
Yeah.
like I could do a level on Mario, like in between, an Excel worksheet I'm working on or something, and then
Yeah.
stop it and then go back to it.
Yep. It's not like you're fighting Margit in Elden Ring or something.
So it's I don't know. I didn't touch my Switch for a few months there, but I'm back into it. I feel like I go on my sprees with Nintendo.
Yeah, I was a similar way. Before like picking up Odyssey again, I hadn't played it in a while.
Yeah, same. It was like a few months, to be honest. Besides, like my kids playing Mario Kart or something.
Yeah.
Anywho, yeah, that's all I had to talk about too. I don't know if you
Yeah, I
had
was
anything
just
else.
checking my list. I think that's everything I had too. Yep. Besides
Sweet.
Invincible, you got to watch it. So we both have homework. You catch up on Invincible and I'll watch Skull Island.
Yes. And then I haven't watched too much more of the Jujutsu Kaisen yet.
Okay.
Now I think about it, I haven't watched much at all this last week. I've been
You've been busy?
this last week I've been busy, but after tomorrow I should have it. Well, besides, Thanksgiving, I don't do much on Thanksgiving. We just go over to family for a few hours. That's it. So
Yeah, same. But speaking of Jujutsu Kaisen, the newest episode was amazing. I'll just say that.
oh, was it?
Yeah, so good. Season 2 has been so good so far.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'll continue. I'm digging it.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll watch that. I'll catch up on the Invincible, and then obviously week by week with Godzilla or Monarch.
Yep. All right. Well, if
Sweet.
that's it, I guess we'll end it here. And we will be
Alrighty.
back next week.
Peace.